Hey guys, so I'm just sitting in my car watching the boys play again because I'm watching the kids all week, and they like to ride around on their bikes. So if I get interrupted or you hear them in the background, or you hear them come and talk to me, they're kids. They're kids, and they're definitely at that mommy stage. I'm not their mommy, but I'm a stand-in. Okay? Anyway, yeah, so we just got back from like running errands and everything, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna do a little story time, because I actually just remembered this story while I was driving home. Okay, when I was new to Georgia, this Atlanta, Georgia area, I moved here about 6 months after I lost my husband. And somewhere within that first year, maybe 2 years at the most, but I think it was within the first year. I think. Now that I think about it, I'm wondering if it was after I got into school when I was going for my aesthetics license, because in that case it would have been somewhere in the third or fourth year. Anyway, anywho, I was new to this area, okay, and I was also newly single, and I was not looking for dates. I wasn't on dating sites, and I wasn't out here trying to get any dates, just because that's not my style. I don't really believe in online dating. And that could be old school, or it could be the fact that I think that everybody is always going to put their best foot forward. And I really would rather just see all the bad, the dirty, the nasty, whatever, your worst case scenarios up front. And I think you can only see that in person. And I think that's the only way you can get any real energy reading off of anybody and kind of tell how they are and everything, right? So I just don't do it. I just never have, never will. In any case, I think I was maybe sharing something to that effect, or sharing my story or something with somebody. I can't even remember who. This is how long ago this has been. I can't even remember who. But somebody, maybe it was a client, I was doing makeup or something like that. I don't know. Somebody said, oh my God, you would be such a good fit with my friend, or her brother, or her somebody. I don't even remember, because this has been so long ago. In any case, okay, anyway, so somebody was setting me up. It was somebody, and she was like, can I just give she's like, you're so pretty, oh my God, I would love to have you, something like that, in the family or something like that. So anyway, she was like, he's a good person, and yada yada yada. And she's like, I just want you to meet him. I just want you to meet him. Anyway, so I was like, okay, that's cool, he can call me, whatever. And, basically she was like, because, I'm not on no dating site. She was laughing because I'm like, I'm not swiping left, right, up, or down. I'm not doing that. So anyway, I guess she apparently, I know you guys didn't just put, no, that goes in the room. Why do you have my glue dots? Why? Because no, that's for crafting.
Yeah, we are crafting. Yeah.
No, you're not crafting without me.
We're crafting in the garage.
No. Not with those. Those things are not for playing. Let me see. Those are like permanent glue dots. No. Yeah. This is not tape. This is like for Nina's crafts.
Yeah.
What do you need? You want tape?
I need some glue, tape, anything like that.
Some tape? Okay, let me find
glue
some tape.
Or tape.
Anyway. Okay, anyway, so where was I? Yeah, so this person, I guess she gave him my picture or something like that, and he called me like promptly, like right away, like the next day or something like that, like seriously. And he started texting me. So he was like, hey, I would like to, meet up with you or whatever, and I was, look, so seriously, I'm very much about that Starbucks life. I'm like, meet me at Starbucks, because I don't care. I know you guys have heard it here on YouTube from some people who are very much about that sprinkle life. Okay, I'm not that chick. I'm not a sprinkle life. I mean, if sprinkle happens, that's great, but it's not going to be like a reason. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm out here for. Like, I want to sprinkle myself or with God. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not about that life. So I know you will be told on other people's channels that don't go to Starbucks because, make him pay for you, make him work for it, and yada, yada, yada. Okay, for me, my time is too valuable also. And also, I don't want to waste time. And I also don't want to waste time. I don't want to be stuck at any dinner. I don't care 5-star or not. I don't want to be stuck anywhere with anybody who I don't know or don't like or whatever. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather go somewhere, a park or something that's free, cheap, whatever. And I can have some real interaction with somebody to even tell if I even want to even go and eat and break bread with that person. That's just me. And I feel very strong. I've always been that way. Not that I'm a dating queen, because I'm really not. I've been married and together with one person for 17 years. Okay, from 17 on, and then also my second marriage. So add that on, 6 years to that. So anyway, it's not like I'm a dating king. I just don't want to waste time even going to any restaurant or anything like that. Like, seriously. And also on top of that, I don't care how much money they make. It's not about that for me. So I'm not about no sprinkle life. I am about, simply put, how you treat me. If I'm going to feel your love, what you're going to do for me. I'm talking about, like, when I say do for me, I mean, like, let me tell you what I mean. I mean real life. Every day, if I say I need help putting up my curtains, I mean, like, can we get it done today or the next day, and it not be something on a list of due for 5 years, 3 years or whatever, and it never gets done. I'm talking about things to do like that. Like, my oil needs to get changed, like helping me with my tires, stuff that I am not that good at or whatever. Like, I don't even really feel is my lane. Like, when I say stuff to do or what you do for me, that's what I mean. I definitely do not mean, like, do for me, like, go buy me red bottoms. No, I would go take that money. I would either go and resell them if you buy them for me. Okay. I'm either going to go and resell them, make some more money, make some money or whatever off of them, or I'm going to take that money and donate it. Okay. Because I have a different value system than most women out there. Okay. And I don't care what I look like. I don't care what you think I look like. I don't care what people what they think I should be with or who I should be with. I know the type of person that I want to be with, and I can tell that if somebody is good people and somebody has in a conversation at Starbucks. I don't want anybody else to even waste no money on me like that. And also, like I said, my time is valuable, and I don't want to be stuck somewhere and wasting an evening, or a whole whatever. Honestly, I don't. I really, really, really don't. So I'm not about that sprinkle life. I get so sick of hearing that. I get so sick of hearing that from girls, from young girls or women or whatever who watch these girls on YouTube. Listen, I'm not out here trying to save myself for some millionaire either, because I'm more about building memories and being creative together, giving back, being loving. I'm more about good energy and good feeling. If I like somebody and we like each other and there's good love and good vibes there, I can literally lay up all day long. You okay, baby? Mm-hmm. I can lay up all day long, laying and looking at the sky, looking at the stars, and with a simple picnic. Okay? I'm sorry. So anyway, I said all that to say, I think people perceive me sometimes because they see me a certain way and they think that I look like a certain way. And it's not to say that I don't like to have a good time or whatever, but they think I want to be with a certain type of man. So this person who texted me and right away was like, I want to meet up with you, and was trying to take me out or whatever. I said, no, meet me at Starbucks. So he was like, cool. Okay. About what time or whatever. So we made a time. Okay. We made this time of whatever time we're going to meet up at Starbucks. And I get there. It was busy. It was very, very busy. And he had told me, he had given me his description. He was tall, dark skin, whatever. And I just was like, okay, that's what I was looking for. So when I got there, it was after the time that we were supposed to be there. So when I got there, I saw somebody who looked like that. Okay. And he was sitting down, like, in the front, like, facing, like, the door. So anyway, when I walked in, I locked eyes with him, and let's just pretend this guy's name was Chris. Okay. And so when I walked in and I saw him, and he kind of locked eyes at me, and then he stood up, and I saw he was really tall. So I was like, hey, Chris. So, I'm new at dating. I was very new at dating. I didn't know anything. So I said, hey, Chris. And I put my hand out like, like, hey, nice to meet you. Thumbs up. Mm-hmm. He's so funny. That's my lover boy right there. He just loves to be lover boy. Anyway. Okay, so I was like, hey, Chris, I was like, Chris, hey, nice to meet you, whatever. And he was like, yeah. And I said, he was like, yeah. And so he goes, I don't know if I said whatever I said, I don't know, but he was like, so do you let me get you something to drink. So we went over in line and ordered something or whatever, and we sat down and we started talking. Okay, so, and this was like, you know, there was no line, so we just really just went up and ordered a thing and then sat down or whatever, and then, you know, so I was chatting with him, right? And then, you know how they call you to get your drink or whatever, right? So in the meantime, we were talking, and I was like this, that. He was looking at me intently, and he was, I don't know, asking me questions. I don't remember what we were saying, but I was answering him. I don't know, I was just talking to him and like, yeah, go, you know, whatever I was saying. And they called my name to go get my drink. So I heard my name, so I get up to go get my drink. So by the time I get back, okay, this is such a real story, I promise. By the time I get back to the seat, so then I turn around, this guy, Chris, I see him literally run out the door, and I see him jumping over the parking lot, like running through the parking lot, like jumping over, like running. I'm like, dang, I must have really like scared him off, or I'm not cute or something. I don't know, because I never had anybody run away like that on me, right? And I was like, wow. Okay, that's rough. I said, dating is going to be rough is what I was thinking. I was like, okay. All right, so, okay. Rejection is protection, right? So I was like, whatever, I don't know. So I let, like maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes go by or whatever. And I just sent him a text or something. And I just said, hey, I'm finished drinking my drink or whatever. It was nice meeting you. Not sure what I said that made you want to run off. Okay. But, it was nice meeting you or something like that. Something like that I said. And this guy ripped me a new one, like so bad. He sent me a text back. It was so nasty. I promise you, it was so nasty. It was such bad energy. I was shocked. Okay, but what he said was, I should have known you were a whore. And just went off on me, like went off. And I mean, it was a long text. I mean, I should have known the way you look and blah, 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 blah. Like basically judging me, right? And, you know, basically like the way you look or whatever. I'm sorry, you know, I'm always doing my makeup, y'all. Anyway, so it was a bad text though. It was a long text. It was basically judging me on whatever. And it was like that, basically. Oh, and, you know, I should have known you were a whore and that you'd be over there speed dating or something. I don't know, something to that effect. I don't even remember what, but it was something to that effect. And it was long, and it was very judgmental, it was very critical, and it was nasty. It was a nasty attitude. And I was mortified, right? So I was like, what? I picked up the phone because I was like, oh, no, I'm not doing all this. So I picked up the phone. And I said to him, I said, what are you talking about? You don't know nothing about me. Oh, and he said in his text, and I should have known that you weren't marriage material. Now, mind you, we didn't get that far in our conversation on text or anything. We didn't get that far, not on the phone. We didn't get that far about our history or anything. He basically just, you know, was like, hey, can we meet up or whatever? Can we meet each other? And I said, yes. And that was about it. So he didn't know anything about me, right? So when he said that, yeah, I picked up the phone. But in the meantime, I sent him a picture of me and my family. Okay, and was just saying, actually, I just lost a husband of 17 years, and I'm widowed. Okay, and blah, 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 blah. So I sent that in a text, but I picked up the phone and talked to him. And I was like, excuse me, where do you come off going off on me like this? I'm not the one that ran away. Are you okay, baby? Oh, man down.
Where did you hear that?
He was riding his bike. He just ran through the it.
No. Why did you run into Miss Mindy's car?
He just riding on a scooter. Being a boy.
The only problem is that he was reckless and he didn't have a license. And then
you don't need a license.
He didn't have a license, and then he crashed into your car.
You gonna be okay? Look at that face. Look at that face. That's a you're a sweaty boy. You're a sweaty boy.
I'm a sweaty boy.
You want me to spray it again? Okay, let me spray it again. You wanna go get my purse out of the house? You wanna go get my purse out of the house?
I have white hair. I have white hair.
No, that's just the way the shine is shining.
No, look, there's actually white hair.
It's not.
It's gray.
It's not gray hair.
I have white hair.
No,
I have white hair.
That's the way the sun makes it look on the camera.
What?
Yeah.
Now, why don't you guys have gray hair? Like me.
Because I'm far back. When you get closer to the sun, like the sun in the camera, the way it looks. See? Now your hair looks dark again. See? Go get my purse that's on the desk.
Oh.
In the house, please.
Wait, it's not. Wait, what's that?
In the kitchen. My purse.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, I did. So on the counter?
His name's on it.
On the counter?
You just bruised up your little knee? Yeah, it's on the desk. By the refrigerator in the kitchen.
Okay.
Where you keep your folder, your school folder. So anyway, to finish telling my story, the person, I don't even remember that guy. I think his name was Chris. Anyway, when I called him, it was like, what do you think that you can come off like that on me, right? Like, why do you think you can even say that to me? You know, I was like, how dare you? That's so rude. You're so rude. And he said when I got there, you were already talking to somebody else. I said, what? I was talking to you. He said, that wasn't me. You weren't talking to me. I said, I wasn't? I said, honey boo boo, I thought I was, okay? Because when I got there and I said your name, that person, he said, yeah. He stood up and said, yeah, that's my name or whatever. And I was talking to you as if it was you. I thought it was you. I said, but I did think it was kind of strange because I guess he got over his head or something and he ran away. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. There was a real huge misunderstanding. I was like, actually, no, there's not. Because you know what? Sun, moon, and stars didn't line up. And you just showed yourself of who you really are. And so, as far as I'm concerned, you know, that just means that, you know, it was not meant to be. Okay? You know, and anyway, I said, but you know what? Don't be trying to judge a book by its cover and trying to be like, oh, I'm not marriage material or whatever. You don't know nothing about me. And, you know, like, that's rude. You don't do that. Okay? You know, and I never forgot that story because, okay, so then like fast forward maybe about 2 weeks at the most, it was so crazy. I ended up seeing that boy that, I say boy because I ended up seeing the guy that I did talk to that I thought who I thought was Chris. He was like, I saw him at Publix, I think it is, or he was in the pharmacy section. He was a pharmacist, and he was like, I saw him, and he put his head down, and he was like, hold on, baby. He was like, I'm sorry. I should have left you like that. I should have ran out on you. And as I was looking at him a little bit closer, I said, how old are you? I realized he was kind of young. I don't know. He didn't look overly young, and he was like, I'm 26 or something. I don't know. He was 20 something. I was like, what? I said, oh, no, honey. It would have worked out no way. You're too young for me. He goes, you were just so beautiful that I wanted to talk to you. And then I realized, like, I don't know what I'm going to say because I'm not the person that you thought you were talking to. I actually ended up seeing this same guy in town. And one time I saw him, he was riding a bike. I saw him several times. I was like, this is so crazy. Some of the stories. Anyway, see? Okay, baby, you feel better now?
No.
No? Do I need to kiss it? It's okay, honey. You don't even have a scratch on you. You're not even scratched.
There's something right there.
Okay, well, move your finger then. Let me do it right there, okay? You feel better? Oh my goodness. Would an ice pop make you feel better? Yeah? Oh, okay. All right, I thought so. So let's go inside and get an ice pop because your leg is fine. Your knee is fine. Let's go inside and get an ice pop because the ice pop will make you feel better. Nothing that an ice pop can't fix. Anyway, okay. So, anyway, I say all that to say that people prejudge people all the time. And I don't think they realize how bad it is, right? Like, people really prejudge people, what they think they're going to want or what they think whatever, how they think they are. It's like, for example, sometimes people see somebody who's attractive and they think, oh, well, she has a lot of options. She won't stay faithful. Just because somebody's attractive and has options Does not mean the person isn't faithful or can't stay faithful or doesn't want to be faithful. You don't know unless you deal with them on a level and you give them time to show themselves if they are faithful or not, right? Because a lot of times somebody in their life, they will show if they're faithful or not. They will a lot of times. Now, sometimes I've had men who have also kind of felt like because maybe I reminded them of their ex or something like that, that I probably have similar traits to their ex or whatever. Again, that's prejudgmental. It would be like, it's the same thing for me. I met somebody this weekend who was from Brooklyn, Brownsville, actually, area. And he loves sneakers and he's a truck driver. And there was other things that were similarities to some of my past relationships as well. And I could easily have been rude to him and been like, no, I'm not trying to deal with anybody like that again or whatever. Yeah. Okay. But I'm not doing that. Why? Because that's rude. That's prejudgmental. People do that to me all the time. People will be like, sometimes I've had people who just like, oh, I don't date Spanish. Honey, I'm not Spanish. But that's cool because I don't date people who are racist. I don't date people who are prejudgmental or people who are prejudiced in any kind of way. Like, because God doesn't like, he doesn't like prejudice. He don't like ugly, right? Anyway, so I say that because a lot of people like that are actually just unhealed. They're really just unhealed. They've been damaged in some sort of way and they didn't actually heal from their past relationship, right? Now, a lot of times people who are unhealed, people who take a very long time to heal. And when I say a long time, everybody's timing is different, right? But let's say if it takes you 7 years to heal from your last relationship, because that's just how long it takes you, honey, you're not really healed, especially if you're still bringing those problems up into your next relationship. You've never really healed over that last one 7 years earlier, okay? Because I've had that situation. So they might think or look at somebody like me who actually understands the healing process because I had a mother and parents, family who actually gave me tools in my toolbox, my emotional and spiritual toolbox that I could pull out and use whenever I got a broken heart, right? But again, I used to think that everybody kind of came by that, but they don't. I realize that they don't. And so because of that, because of this right here, okay, I just figure, you know what, because I have been collateral damage to several unhealed, broken-hearted, mama's boys, men, okay, who just didn't have their life right together or whatever, even though they projected one thing or wore a mask or said one thing and did another or whatever. I have been the collateral damage. But you know what? It's okay because of the simple fact that my parents gave me a toolbox and I can come through anything and get through anything with God's help, okay? And because I do take time and I do know what it takes to actually heal because I was taught that. And I know that I can overcome anything. I don't allow past relationships or past bad situations or things to block my heart or to keep me from love. You know, no matter what happened in the past. And I'm talking about even as far back as in my first marriage to my late husband, who was not perfect, okay? And I love him dearly, and I was very close to him, and I would still be married to him today if he was still alive, okay? But I have been talking a lot about this guy named Clark Kegley, okay? And I forgot, I started following him a while ago. I actually started following him, and I just kind of forgot, but one of his videos popped up, and I was like, oh, bingo, because since I know a lot of my past, you know, ex dating, whatever, dating past relationships or fiancés or just whatever you want to call them or whatever. I know they like to stalk me and they like to watch me for whatever reason because, first of all, I stand on the way that I love. I can stand 10 toes down on the way I show up in a relationship because when I love hard. And if I say that I love you and I make a commitment, that's what it is. And you'll know when I'm ready to leave, if I need to leave because you're treating me some type of way. And if you treated me some type of way, you're going to get a warning. I'm not the type of person to just up and leave or up and cheat or up and just do whatever and not have expressed myself probably for years. Okay. But second of all, I'm not the type to cheat at all. But the fact is that I'm not the type to just up and leave and create even more abandonment wounds and issues, okay? Because I don't desire to hop around and I don't desire to look around for different types of men, you know. Okay, baby. Hold on.